Alright, boys, welcome back to Songs of Six. Hopefully, the audio sounds better now. In the first episode, I think I had a couple of hiccups. But we are back. In the mean time between episodes, as you can see, I laid down the grid. The way you do this is, of course, you simply take a road and you measure it, the entire thing. There you go, 768 divided by 2, and you get the middle road, which is 3 wide, as you can see. And from there, everything goes in a, how much is it, 48 by 48 grid, in order to have 45 by 45 inside the grid. 44, sorry. I didn't miscalculate, did I? Let me just check. No. I think I misspoke in the first episode by saying it was 45 by 45. But that's fine. So here we are. We can begin playing. We laid down our first orchard, which is in the wrong spot, as you can imagine. And you can also label things on the map with this button. You can put it right in the middle of a tile, right. You can see when you zoom out, you can see the question mark. You can right click on it, and then you can say apples 1. You can give it a color. And there you go. Before the next episode, I think I'm going to label the entire map, but I was just feeling lazy for this one. So anyways, what's the plan for this episode? Well, in order to get the colony started properly, we need money. Money, not necessarily slavery, but would be desirable. Fortunately, with my neighbors, you can see, all of them are Gartimi. I cannot enslave Gartimis. My distant neighbors are Tilapia and Fish. But I can piss off everybody else. Just not the Gartimis, the Bugman, and the Fish. So we have a neat little setup here. Now I thought, what is a good way to make money? Usually, it is exploiting the map's resources. Unfortunately, because we need a specific type of map, we do not have many resources. But we do have a lot of stone, coincidentally. A very decent amount of stone, actually, in 2 places. So I was thinking, why not make good use out of it? Make masonry. That's this one here. Cut stone, sorry. And make some money. It sells for very good money, so why not? It is also going to prove our first logistic challenge. You shall see soon enough. Not quarry, what is it called? On mine, of course. Here you go. 67 workers can work here. And there you go. I'm gonna set up a little ghetto favela here, which will be a little bit away from my main base now. Of course, this whole thing I'm going to tear down soon enough, after I get enough money to import the things I need. Because right now we just do not have the people or the money to do what we need. We also have 20 technology, no research yet. But we can afford masonry. Thank you very much. What else can we afford? I'm not gonna put down cobblestone roads yet, even though they are desirable and good for speed. This is because they need maintenance, so not yet. What else can we afford? Market, no. I'm gonna wait to get the lavatory. I also want to set up the first service block in this episode. We shall see if we can accomplish that. Let's set up the masonry. I usually do it like this, 7 wide. Yo, 24 I think should be plenty. There you go. We don't have any iron yet, actually. That's a bit of a problem. We're gonna need some import. Depot here. Export, of course. Another one of my warehouses. Of course, they're busy both building roads and building this thing. So this is not gonna get done instantly. There you go. Also a janitor. Oh, we already have a lavatory. Oh, this is for the upgrade. I'm stupid. Then let's purchase this. The arena. And we can't really afford anything else. There you go. 2 levels of the hunter. Why not? Where's the janitor? There he is. Put down long houses. This is gonna need how many? Like 100 something workers, so 60 like this. So again, this is nothing like how we will set up our blocks in the near future. This is completely temporary. Then some services too. And I think I'm going to import food there for the moment. Alright, anything else? In the toilet. There it is. A neat little setup used to make some masonry. Our houses were set up so I can get more people. 100 tilapia. What's the next milestone anyway? Let us see. At 200 pops, okay. It's actually not a bad idea to stay at a lower pop generally in the game, even though you don't have access to many things. This is because they actually like. What should I say? They don't get unhappy from not having access to certain things when they are at this level. I think, I don't know if this is completely correct, but I think depending their demands as pops increase with each of these levels. So if you stay just one pop, less than 400 here, whatever hidden increase in demands this level does will not actually happen. That's a good thing to keep in mind if you have problems with happiness. I usually don't, because I simply increase food, or I increase wood consumption, furniture, whatever. Tilapis are very easy to please, as long as, you're discriminating against other races. There you go, my apple orchard is nearly done. Now they're planting. And actually, this is gonna take a lot of workers. I did not think about it for more than 3 seconds, so there you go. I think every single one of my orchards demands 52 pops, if I remember right. We shall see soon enough. We do actually. What the hell did our meat production suddenly increase? Huh? Yeah, there we go. Yes, exactly 52. 150. Okay. Right, so I don't really know why last episode my meat production was very low. Apparently now it's recovered. But now it's gone down again. For some reason. Luck. You know, I never looked at the hunter's productivity. Luck 0.7. That's interesting. But here we are. 61 days until we have trees. Amazing, I know. Bonus. So the soil is good. The soil gives 0.99 out of 0 out of 1. So it's pretty much as good as it can be. Moisture. I'm not sure how to read the moisture thing here. Does it being brown mean that it's not active, or does it mean that it is at 1, so it's perfectly good? I do not actually know. There is moisture here, 70%, but it doesn't give me 0.7, which is a bit curious to me. And the reason why you want to be doing orchards with tilapis is because they have a they have a 1.4 boost, which I think is the max. I don't know if Cretonians are better, but the 1.4 boost is very good, and will, as you can see here, I don't think this is calculated right. Maybe it is actually, yeah. So a single one of these gives 2000 food, which we don't have a square number of pops. Actually, no, I think 100 tilapis consume 80 food, right? Because they consume 0.8. That means that one of these, hold on, 2000 divided by 80 means 25, and 25 times 80, sorry, 25 times 100 is 2500. So a single one of these can feed 2500. Actually, this number isn't accurate. As you can see, it keeps going up. So ignore my previous calculations. We shall be redoing all the math for all kinds of stuff in the future. They are still building the roads, so no building stuff here yet. We can also invite even more. 160. We are making good money out of a single workshop. They actually aren't working because alright, of course, this don't give a leather. I wonder which would be more productive, to actually convert this to leather, or yeah, actually yes, because since I'm importing apples anyway and apples are cheap, it would be better to switch this leather. I wonder what is the price for leather. $52. Not bad, but this is the equivalent of 2 apples, so it's better to produce this ourselves. We could also export meat, right? No, at only 28 per. Actually, not good at all. There you go. As you can see, they have built some roads and are continuing. Oh yeah, we can also upgrade our warehouses. Where's my wood one? Not this one. I am sharing the wood and stone, which is not good, but again, this is only our starter base. We are producing 40, so let us boost the production here a little bit. Our pups do not need much clothes, much anything. We can even give them furniture, but they are perfectly happy and loyal right now. As long as you provide their basic needs, and the number that you, if you're new to this game, this is the number that you actually have to look at. You go into here and you ignore this 34%, which may look bad, but you will look at access, 78%. That is the actual amount of, well, access that they have access to. Quality means how much maintenance is done on the services. Essentially, I think so. Proximity means how close they are. It will never be at 100%. Don't try to get it at 100%. And the upgrade. The upgrade is actually what affects this number. Because at max, if everything was perfect, with half of the upgrades, you can only go up to 50%. With the other half of the upgrades, you can go to 100% total. So do not worry about this 34%. As you can see here, we can do 2 upgrades. And with the shrines, actually this is under religion, you can see 36%. Actually, they don't have great access either. But yeah, here the quality, yeah. Here is just straight up quality that is improved, as you can see here, with 33%. Because there are 3 upgrades, including the base one. So 33, 33. And so you'll get to 100%. Therefore, do not be plopping down a million of these, expecting results. It will not happen. Alright, what are my plebs doing? Yeah, I gave them a lot of work, so no, not surprising. Oh, here are the hunters. This is where they go. This is the end of the map. And in the winter, they, as you can see, they huddle around the heart. And this can be a bit of a problem logistically, because in the summer they essentially don't use the heart. Meanwhile, in the winter, they clog it up. So, can actually become a problem. Where is the heart? 43%. No, it's perfectly good right now, but it can be a problem. Similarly, the wells, but they always need wells. I forgot to put one of these here. Actually, since I'm no longer producing meat, I could actually do this. Turn off the apples here. Place this with meat. Then we do this and put the apples here, so we can import them straight into there. It not need that many apples. 1,000 apples should be plenty. We can also see the inbound convoys soon enough when we make the purchase. There it is. We can also watch the price go up, of course. But of course we shall be producing our own apples soon enough. Yeah, you see the expected productivity is going up for various reasons. And when you look under the bonuses at the bottom, additive bonuses, you can see you can boost it by quite a lot. One means 100%, reminder. So with simple experience, meaning more workers, you can go up to 100. Then with tools, another 100. And then with nobilities, 200. And then with tech, up to 6.4. Which is crazy, right? And it's actually very cheap tech as well. It's what is it? This line. You see? 28 levels. The base one costing 14. Also this one. But you can go crazy with this. This single orchard will probably feed us for a long time. Alright, it's summer again. Hopefully they can get to work. I say summer, it's, well, spring, I guess. You know what? Good. Invite 200, they will be homeless for a little bit. And now we have some knowledge. But I simply want the extra labor. Oh yeah, and we need graves. Put it somewhere far away where you're not going to be using anytime soon. Let's look at this thing. Can begin working on law, but not yet. That's the stage. I didn't even put down the stage, but it's fine, because we don't need it yet. We need employees to upgrade the masonries. For now, yeah, let's just boost our craftsmen. And 10 knowledge, I don't think we can do anything with it. So let's hodl it. How are my finances doing? That's what really matters. Inflation is eating a little bit away. Nice. Temporary housing here. Because I just want them to work faster. If I was playing this like on my own, you know, I probably would have just sat at that population until they just got around to everything and just AFK'd for 30 minutes. There is no real reason to rush this game. There is no arms race like, you know, in the other game that I'm playing. Oh yeah, and they have to chop through a bunch of trees, that's why it's taking so long. But they are working, despite my complaints. And the real problem comes when the prices for goods plummet, which means you can no longer export at a profit. I cannot become colleagues yet. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna become colleagues with these guys, which will give me access to 2 more uh, trading partners. And you might as well purchase trade agreements right off the bat, because you know money sitting idle will only be eaten by inflation, just like real life. Look at this cute little town we have made. To think it will be completely destroyed, paved over, and like an American intercity highway being paved over people's homes. We shall bring mass industrialization to these poor sods. Actually, yeah, I think I forget exactly when. I think every 16 days there is a harvest. Of course, after this, the trees are grown. And while we're here, I don't have no. I wanted to start laying down some foundations for my service block, but well, we might as well try, shall we? Let's try making this one the service block. Use the blueprint, that is. So first of all, let's copy the janitor. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that I'm thinking I remake the service block for every save that I make, because well, you can't copy them in the blueprints, but also because I always come up with a better design. Yeah, we can't even put down hospitals yet, but we can put down markets. There you go. Double wide market, double wide stall. There you go. We can also put down the right size toilet. Very important, I know. Look at that, fits perfectly. This. This is my nursery. We shall not be needing that soon. My physician. One thing I definitely want to emphasize is physicians. You need a crazy amount of them, way more than you expect, and the building them itself is very very inefficient for some reason. So, so account for that. Now, when it comes to the logistics in the service block, what do I do? I think what I'm going to set up is 2 warehouses. Yeah, before I usually had just one warehouse, which did both production and service for people. Now I think I'm going to make 2. There you go. 1 and 2. And then put transports, loading stations as they're called now. And I want a minimum of 3. Is this right? Now, first I want an unloading station. It does. You can make the minimum size possible. And then I want to put down the transports here. 1, 2, 3. 4 actually, yes. Leave room for 4. For many of my blocks, exactly 0 will be needed. But I want to reserve this space. Because I've had real problems with space in the past. Fine. There you go. The stage. Wow, it fits perfectly. This is the run, boys. Of course, I don't have the goods for them, but it's fine. Because again, this is just the blueprint that I will be pasting around the map. I need to have room for, oh yeah, wells, of course. You need 2 wells, max size, and hearts. Good. Put this here, put this here. Make a road that goes through. This is kind of cancer. Yeah, this is not efficient at all. Look at it. You also need 2 speakers. And again, this is so stupid. You need 2 space for hospital, space for physician, let's say. You need 2 of these. You can see why space is at a premium. That's the stage. No, they didn't even touch it yet. Okay. My money-making machine still has room to be improved. I see. Let's call this... Oops. Let's not import a million apples. This is gonna be the... This is gonna be... And when you paste them, the names will stick. So rest assured. So hospital, physician, guard. Maybe here, guard. We don't have access. No. Let's see what else. I do not provide bathhouses. They will be stinky and they will like it. Nor barbers, nor... Previously I provided fight pits, but honestly they're too big and too annoying. Massage parlors I do not provide. Nor taverns or restaurants. They do not need such things. You know, I was wondering about putting a training thing inside each place, but since I'm going to be dedicating so much of the map to the army, I actually don't think I'm going to need to. It helps logistically, actually, because people don't need to go a million miles just to train, but I think it's fine. Any other service that I'm missing? Oh yeah, stocks. Yet. Unfortunately, these stages do not have a auto-employ function, so... And 30 services available. Is that really enough for 400 people? 30 services. I'm quite certain that I did the math on this, which is why I even created this thing in the first place. You know. Oops. There you go. Actually, you know what? Put it up to 600 because well, there's not going to be enough space for that. Anyway, sickness is gonna be a major problem, as we shall see shortly. But we need a lot of innovation for that. And I want money first. Money is more important. Auto apples. 10 days away, which is fine. No? Oh god. These are our neighbors, and we like our neighbors, don't we? Especially Bugman. No, I actually don't know what each... Obviously, we're not gonna pay up. Get real. Alright, let's request assistance. No idea what that does, but... Alright, oops. Let's relocate these speakers. I put down some benches. Right. Oh wow, we sure got a lot of immigrants. I don't think they're gonna invade me right away, rest assured. We can also, by the way, start designing our housing block. That we certainly can do. How much is this? 80 people, we need 400, so I'm stupid, I put it in the wrong place, but there we go. 160. No, thank you. So let me bring up my calculator. 80 times 5 does indeed make 400. So actually, once I remove all this, and make it properly, we shall indeed have our proper... There you go. Put some roads all around. This is our proper housing block, and we can just copy paste it wherever we want. Did I actually didn't need to put them up so closely. There you go. Oh, they started putting down the foundations. That's the beginning. They've been obviously busy making roads all around the map. This can be clearly seen. No, thank you. We have finally gotten rich enough, I guess, to anger our neighbors. Rest assured, soon enough I shall make a garrison. Actually, we could... no, I don't have... I do not have iron, so I cannot actually make a garrison yet. So there it is. I think this is gonna be it for this episode. We have designed mostly, besides the hospital guard and the physician. I think this is gonna be our service block. Actually, let me put my decorations down and put some more. There you go. So that when people pass through this area, they get some satisfaction. There you go. We could also put some more benches. All around the place. Even here, actually. There you go. Isn't this so very cute? Do these torches no longer require iron? Oh my god, that's such a good change. Anyway, I think that will be it for this episode. Today we accomplished the service block, the design, and the housing block. Soon enough we're gonna actually make some money. Hopefully next episode. They're working on it currently. And until next time, thanks for watching and see you next time.